I know there's one game left on the schedule, but how would you evaluate your first season as offensive coordinator?
Up and down. You know, obviously you want to win them all. It's been fun. I've had a great time doing it. I wish we had a couple more victories, obviously. Some of those games are close. Those are always the tough ones. But I mean, it's been great. It's been fun. But obviously the quarterback room, hanging in there with those guys, and then being able to get in more, I guess, contact, be connected more with the rest of the team. That's been the fun part about it. But obviously you learn a lot. And you always get frustrated. You're going, dang man, this call or that call. You get more. You take more home. You always take stuff home with you, especially when you're coaching quarterbacks. Like it's a no-win situation in a funny way, because the quarterback always feel bad if you don't do well. Then you take a play that you take like everything home with you all the time. So that's the part. It's like you always feel bad. Like I could have done this, could have done that better. So yep, gotta keep them better. But it's been a blast.
Jim, I asked this kind of knowing that your job and your goal is to score probably every time you have the ball.
It is.
But you look at Utah's point production,
Yeah.
4 in a row over 45, only twice under 30 all year. Yeah. I mean, does that add to the way you think or game plan, thinking we got to score points in this one?
Yeah, it's a great question, because you're like, you know what they're doing to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you watch the K-State game, obviously, and you're going, geez, just keep going. We got a little bit. I guess the only game they did was one game. We're in some hotel. I think we watched the Texas Tech game, which is probably one of their lowest scoring, right? Potentially. So it gives you hope that, okay, maybe they don't score all the time on everybody. But no, it does. You have to be careful. It's like how you say this? It's gonna be a bad way to say it. It's kind of the opposite, like playing a military type team. They might get the ball out. They might keep scoring a lot. The military team won't score much, but it's still a concept of them doing something different. Prolonging their drive. So you kind of say, you know what, you don't want to put too much pressure, you want to do too much differently, but you do know in the back of your mind, like, we need to score. Well, just like the Iowa State game. It was going to be a low possession game, but we knew that if they did, we got to score. So yeah, it's a little bit of thought. You know what's going on, but like, you know what, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing.
And what, you got a lot of seniors.
Yes.
But
I was looking at that. I'm like,
yeah, right.
You know, but you don't know.
Right. We've chronicled your relationship with Jalen throughout this whole thing, and if you win, you get another game with him. If you don't, this is it.
I know.
What's your emotion surrounding going out there, guaranteed one final time with JD?
And that's what you do. You live in that moment. You don't live in the what ifs. Because you feel it. You know it's out there, but you're just gonna say, hey, let's live. It's just like live in the moment, like we do a quarterback play. Live in the next play, the next game or whatnot. So like, let's just go play this game and see what happens. And obviously be able to reflect afterwards. But the biggest thing for me is like I just want him to play to the best of his ability, have fun, do it one more time here in the stadium. Hopefully one more game after that, obviously. But for the one more home game, and with him it's been special because how much he's meant to me personally, but obviously to the program itself. And he's done a great job helping put Kansas football on the map. That doesn't mean you're going to win every game, but he's brought that, hey, KU football matters. And that's what's been really cool about that. And then just him, when you're with somebody for so long, 5 years, you create that relationship with him, you're like, yeah, he becomes part of your family, like I said before. So that's a pretty neat thing.
You mentioned watching the K-State game. Kansas State obviously had a lot of success in that game, being able to run the ball, and Kleiman mentioned A-gap power, et cetera. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you can take from K-State's game plan where you can say, hey, there's maybe a little bit of this that we could maybe exploit as well?
Yeah, just like from every game plan. That was unique. They had so many gashing runs. There's a couple of those. It was like a missed tackle, a misfit. And the running backs did that great. I mean, O-line was playing well, but running backs did a great job to make that one guy miss or somebody happen. And then with all the man coverage they're playing, you can get by that first level. So there's some thoughts going, hey, it gives you some hope. And like, okay, if we can get the interior blocked, be a gap scheme, be a power slash gap scheme, so we got a shot at that thing. So it does give it opens up from there. Okay, there you go, some opportunities. Hopefully, potentially can work through that. Just like most games will give you some kind of feel. That was good. Just kind of say, okay, kind of gives you a little bit of help.
On senior day, you have some seniors on the offensive line who could help with that. When you look at Bryce Foster, Kobe Maines, Nolan playing quite a bit now as a tight end as well. What have you seen from those guys, and what's it been like now as offensive coordinator, kind of getting to continue to build a relationship from maybe a little bit different view than you did when you were the quarterback?
You know what I've seen more from those guys is growth from a young man perspective, is that a fair way to say it? That's what I've really seen, especially for a kid like Kobe. You know how much he's growing up. So growing up is a bad way to say it, but the maturity level of just him maturing and for lack of better words, and just becoming such a great kid. And I've been through some ups and downs and situations, stuff like that has been great. And watching guys like Nolan and those guys start having success later. Because not many guys will stay around for a long period at schools, and maybe they're not playing as much. He's been through injuries too, so I think that's what they've meant so much is the ability to stick with things and keep fighting through things, and that's what it's been so. How I say it, it's been so much fun seeing and watching their successes.
Anything else, Coach Zebrowski? All right.